There ain't no
Welcome to Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, prescribed by Dr. Harrison. You know, there's that saying that pressure can either burst pipes or shape diamonds, right? I don't really like that analogy, metaphor, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't allow for action. It seems like you're a bystander and pressure is just on you and there's not much you can do about it, right? I do kind of like the saying a little bit more that pressure reveals character, not necessarily builds it, right? But still, I think all of that together can be kind of tossed to the side. I think pressure gives you an opportunity to make a decision about what you're going to do, where you're going to go, how you're going to respond. Pressure is just the environment putting its weight on you, or at least its perceived weight on you, right? And you still can respond and behave in a certain manner. You know, I remember probably one of the greatest moments of pressure that I ever had was in high school football. Because see, for me, pressure was never an issue. Shit just doesn't bother me the way it bothers other people. I don't get stressed out like that. Especially if it's something I can't control. It's like, whatever, like what can you do about it, right? But in this game, it was senior year. We had huge expectations. I was the quarterback and the safety, and we're playing LA Baptist. Now, that's back when our school used to play bigger schools, and they had a really legit running back. And I remember this game was back and forth, and it was an away game for us. So we were on their home field, and we were back and forth. They would score, we would score. They would score, we would score. We'd be hitting hard, they'd be hitting hard. We were trying to take folks out. Like, it was a hard-fought game, right? And I remember we were down by, I think, 3 or 5 points or something, but all we needed was a touchdown to win. And, you know, we've got 70, 75 yards to go to the end zone. So we call a bomb, or we run a little switch route, and a guy runs a wheel. I chuck it up there. He doesn't catch it. Next thing I know, I get yanked out of the game. Starting quarterback, I've already scored like 3 or 4 touchdowns. I done racked some people on defense. Like, I get pulled out of the game in the most crucial moment. And I lost my shit. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you doing? Are you serious? I cannot believe, how are you going to pull me out right now? And they put the backup quarterback in. And the assistant coach was just like, just calm down and trust the process. Trust what we're doing. I was like, I can't. What do you want me to trust? I'm not out there, bro. And they were like, just chill. And the head coach was doing his thing, right? And so I tried to take a deep breath, and next thing I know, the very next play, they sent me back in, but not as quarterback, as wide receiver. They kept that quarterback in. For whatever reason, we couldn't get past their DBs. So they put me in at wide receiver. They run the same switch route, and I just go. I go in there, and the backup quarterback just chucks it up in the air. And what happens? I go get it. Come down, right? Now I'm back in a quarterback. Next play, we run a bootleg to the left. I go through some people, hop over, get a shoelace tackle and fall and roll. And now we're like on the 2 or 1 yard line. We call a timeout, which coincidentally we didn't have. But the refs gave it to us anyways, but we totally didn't have it. It was a Chris Webber, Michigan situation. But they gave it to us anyways. And we're all looking, 2 yard line. Give it to the boy Chase, right up the middle, our fullback, who was like, shit, Chase has got to be like 6'1", and he was like, 225, 230. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but Chase was a big boy, right? And he was our middle linebacker, and it was like, give it to Chase right up the middle, right? Even I was thinking that, like, forget the bootleg, letting me scramble and juke and dive and all that. Nah, pound the ball with Chase. But instead, we call our buck sweep, which is the play we always call. And we give it to our running back, who was good. Don't get me wrong, he was good. But he hadn't really done much all game, right? Like, and to run a sweep on the 2 yard line, it just didn't make sense. So we run the sweep. It gets stopped. Everyone doesn't know what to say or do. But in that moment, I wanted the ball. I wanted to be in. If I wasn't having the ball, I wanted to be out there with my brethren fighting as part of that pressure. And I had to remember that because the other day, 2 days ago, 48 hours ago, something like that, the pressure got to me a little bit. You know, the pressure of resigning from my job, from not knowing exactly where, money's going to come from, to offering to help other people and people responding and me being willing to do it, but also knowing like I got 3 kids and a wife and I got a family to feed and to house. And my paychecks are going to stop in a month and a half. What then? And it made me think about how you can respond, right? Because I had a choice in that moment. I could do what I did, which was kind of get agitated and angry and pop off at people real quick, decide I was going to have a glass of my Macallan 12 that night and chill out and not do shit. Or I could have kept my routine and kept busting my butt, which I got back to today. This is why you guys always see this same shirt. This is my workout shirt, right? And it made me think about how every time I stick to my routine and I stay disciplined and I am going after my vision, good things always happen. And I don't just mean like in the long run. I mean that day. I might get a phone call. I might meet somebody. I might get an email. I'm just so much more thankful and grateful for everything that's happening. I'm more excited. I see more opportunities. And I'm not just a shell of myself stuck within myself here in the garage. So if you're facing that pressure, especially as a father, right? Because whether or not you want to agree with the stereotype of it, that's not the point. The point is, as a father, we feel a lot of pressure because the fact that we are men and because we have historically been seen to uphold the household, right? To take care of the family, to be the ones to provide security. That puts a lot of pressure, especially when you don't have things comfortable with a safety net. So when you're feeling that, stick to your disciplined routine. Stay committed. Yeah, there might be some bumps, but that's what life always is ups and downs, right? But if you stick to that, I can promise you good things are going to happen. But if you fold, the way I folded for a brief second the other day, all it does is put you into a deeper hole, add more pressure, and you end up not accomplishing anything. And what does that say to your kids? Right? That you're just going to fold under that pressure. What do you think they're going to do when pressure hits them? They have the model. You've set the example. So I know shit can get tough. I know pressure is really hard to deal with sometimes. But if you stick to what you're doing, stick to your vision, stick to your goal, stay focused, stay committed, stay disciplined, keep the regimen going, things will happen. It's impossible for things not to happen. If I go to the gym every single day and bust my butt every single day, my body will change. There's no way that my body's just going to stay the same. It's impossible if I'm in the gym every day working as hard as I possibly can. So if you have a goal or a vision and you're working as hard as you possibly can every single day towards that, it's inevitable that things are going to change and work out in your favor. But as soon as you allow that pressure to be too much, that environment to close in on you, and you don't stick to that thing, and you fall off, well, guess what? You start another pattern of behavior. And that's what becomes the norm. That's what becomes discipline. You can be good at anything as long as you're consistent. And guess what? If you're consistent enough at being shitty, well, you're going to be really good at being shitty. So stay consistent, stay disciplined, keep grinding, keep busting your butt. Respond to that pressure. Respond to it. Because guess what? You can push back. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I want to make sure my kids see me doing. And that's what I want my kids to do. Pressure will not destroy us. It is not shaping a diamond. It's not bursting a pipe. It's not revealing my character or building it. All pressure is doing is giving me an opportunity to respond. How you respond is up to you. That's Doc's Daily Dose for Dads. Don't forget to hashtag Doc's Daily Dose for Dads. Hashtag 4D. All social media at RebirthBX. Get the audio version at Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Play Music. Hit YouTube, Doc's Daily Dose for Dads for the video format. Hit the subscribe button. Go to the website, rebirthbx.com. Of course, we're changing more things up. We're going to keep evolving. What I've understood is I'm a storyteller. That's what I do best. Maybe not best, but what I think I do best, but it's damn sure one of the things I enjoy the most. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'll get back to you guys tomorrow for long format podcasts.
There ain't no
Like